Hey, what it do? What it do? Ha ha! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This your boy AJ of the Deep Thought. I'm back at it again, once again. Ha ha! Yes, sir. I'm back at it again on the live tip, man. Y'all know what the fuck going on. I ain't finna waste no more time, man. Let's get this live stream started, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. Yes, sir. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing tonight? How was y'all day, man? Yes, sir, man. We got a long stream to talk about. Yes, sir. How y'all doing today, man? We about to get started in just a few minutes. About to get the live stream started in just a few minutes, man. Yes, sir. As I always say, or if you join the live, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you run the likes up in the live stream. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you subscribe to the Deep Thought. Yes, sir. We finna get this live started, man. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing tonight, man? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We finna go and get this live started. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How y'all doing tonight, man? You already know who it is. It's your boy AJ. Welcome to the Deep Thought Live. Tonight, I wanted to talk about this Noah Lyles situation when it comes to Anthony Edwards and the NBA, man. I like to honestly know, why is Noah Lyles, if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, Noah Lyles, a well-known Olympian sprinter runner, you know, he has went viral several times talking about the NBA and how he feel about it, and his feelings towards the NBA. You feel me? And he went viral for some comments he made recently about Anthony Edwards, and and for folks that may or may not know, that Noah Lyles has been trying to get some type of shoe deal with Adidas for the longest. And unfortunately, he has not been able to get no shoe deal done. But when it comes to him, he felt like he got slapped in the face because Adidas invited him to actually be there for Anthony Edwards' shoe signing. It was reported that Anthony Edwards is finna get a shoe deal. And he said some things, he made some comments about that, man. And we about to talk about all this stuff. So the first video, man, is going to actual hold up real quick. Hold up real quick. Sorry about that. Like I was saying, man, shout out to Nightcap. Shout out to Shannon Sharp, Ocho. They actually talked about the situation with Noah Lyles and Adidas. We finna check this video out real quick, man. Everything I do and use is under fair use, so we finna get into it real quick. I ain't finna waste no time. So let's go and get into the video. You see, they got all these commercials on here. These commercials got to go off first. I ain't finna show nothing. All these commercials constantly showing up. We about to get the live started. We already got it started, man. I'm waiting on these videos to load up so we can go and get this video started, man. All right, let's get into it, man. I ain't finna waste no more time, man. Let's go and get into it with the video. Y'all know what's going on.
Excuse me, world champ.
See, that's the problem I have with Noah Lyles. He's a very talented individual. He is a great runner, whatever you want to call it. But he feels like he's bigger than these other athletes. He got the wrong mentality when it comes to that. You is great at what you do. You good at it. But let's be honest, man. Outside of the Olympics, who know you? Like, if we're gonna be honest, let's be honest, man. Outside of the Olympics, outside of running the 100-meter or 200-meter races in the Olympics, who know you outside of that? You know what I'm saying? You win a gold medal, that's great. You brought gold home for your country, and it's beautiful. But these NBA stars are seen every single day, 24/7 out the year. 365 days out the year, they are seen. On a global scale, they are seen. You feel what I'm saying? The NBA is 100% global now. So players from all over the world come to the States so they can play with some of the greatest athletes in the world when it comes to basketball. And I feel like Noah Lyles is missing the point when it comes to understanding that sometimes you have to know your place, regardless of what you feel like what that is. But you have to know your place. And I get deep into that as this video goes on. So let's get into it.
That oral.
It's like this here, dog. If I can be honest, I'm gonna be honest on this live. I feel like Noah Lyles is pushing a certain agenda. I'm not gonna say what agenda it is, cause it can be a plethora of things, but I feel like old boy is pushing a certain agenda. And if y'all feel like y'all know what agenda you think he's pushing, y'all can put that down in the comments below. You feel me? But I feel like Noah Lyles is pushing a certain agenda. Whatever the agenda is, I don't know, cause it can be it to me it's like a plethora of things he's pushing. But there's one in particular he's really, really pushing very, very hard. And I'm gonna give you a hint. It's something so obvious that most people will miss it if they don't really see it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Noah Lyles need to just let this shit go. Like, bruh, you is a respected athlete. You is a world champion, gold medalist, all that good stuff. Bruh, sometimes you gotta stay in your lane. Even Usain Bolt, as great as he was, he didn't get all the things that he got. And he wasn't an American. He was Jamaican. And he did the things he did. But the difference was Usain Bolt actually broke records when he was in his prime. You may be the fastest man in the world, but what have you truly done? Like, you haven't really broken no kind of records, or you haven't really sustained yourself as the fastest man for a long period of time. Like, you really just been getting into the scene. You ain't really been into the scene that long. So in order to get that type of shine and hit, you gotta move and carry yourself a certain kind of way. And I feel like you ain't even on that kind of level yet. If you ask me, you ain't even on that kind of level yet. You know, not saying he can't get there, not saying he can't get there or won't get there. I'm just saying that he's not on that level to say things like world champs, how the NBA the world champ. And I'm gonna play that video because it all stemmed from when he made those comments almost a year ago. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get back into it. Let's get back to the video. And see, that's the point. Everyone they mentioned was bigger than the sport they was in. Like, when Mike Vick came onto the scene, he broke records. That's why he was able to get a shoot. Bo Jackson and Dion, they were just them. They were just them. So they got to shoot regardless. You know what I'm saying? So what have you truly done, Noah Lyles? Like, just gonna be honest. Like, what have you truly done for real? And this ain't no knock to you. This ain't no disrespect to you. It's just an observation of truth. The truth of the matter is you a great runner. You is a respected Olympian. You done put on for your country. All that's great. But you can't look at yourself in the same eyesight as an NBA superstar who's always seen every single day. You know what I'm saying? The Olympics only happens once every 4 years. The NBA is every damn season, every single year. They playing 82 games. You tell me who gonna be seen more out the year. And that's before the actual season, when they have like when they do the preseason and they do all of the summer league and all that stuff. They gonna be seen then. If y'all not having world championship races, ain't nobody seeing y'all. Just
show you how easy.
Yeah, we ain't got time for these damn commercials. You think I'm gonna get back to this video, man? Shout out to Nike. A lot of athletes get that misconstrued. Like, I'm gonna use a perfect. This is the most perfect example when it comes to this. Penny motherfucking Hardaway. Penny Hardaway. Now, think about this here. Penny, as we know, for folks that came up how I came up, we all saw Penny in his heyday with the Magic. Penny was unstoppable in his heyday with the Magic before his injuries. Penny was so cold, Nike gave him a shoe. And from there, that's when the legend of Penny kind of went in and took off. Like, everything about the Pennies were perfect. Like, you had Lil Penny, Chris Rock playing Lil Penny. All this shit was just pandemonium, from the first Penny junts all the way to his most famous junts, the phone posits. All the motherfuckers was hidden. You feel me? And as you remember, Penny got injured. Penny had his messed up knee injury, and his career was really done after that. Penny wasn't the same player no more. He was not the same player after them injuries. And even after all that, why is Penny Hardaway's shoes still around to this day? Because Penny was marketable. Yes, Penny had the talent. We saw that. He had the raw motherfucking talent. But he was actually marketable. That's why Penny shoes are still around. That's why the phone posits is a cult classic especially when it comes up north like DMV and Bmore and all them cats up there in Baltimore and whatnot. They still rocking the phones, you know. And you know how we feel about him in Memphis, so I ain't gotta explain that shit. Like Penny was still marketable even after he left the league. Even after his injuries and all that stuff, his shoes were still selling. They still was making colorways. They still was buying, you know what I'm saying? So you tell me, Noah Lyles, is you marketable enough to think that if you make a fucking track shoe, you think your shit gonna still be around 5 to 10 years from now? I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to get clarification on this shit. Like, I'm trying to get some real some clarification. Because you can't hate on the next man because they more sellable and more marketable than you are. I'm just saying, like, I'm just being honest. I'm just calling it how I see it.
You know, they had this thing, who was it, Chanel or Dior? They make a purse for $57 and sell it for $2,500.
Don't no one need to explain the business side to him. He should already know the game. He know how this shit go. He been around long enough to know how the game go. He a grown ass man. He ain't no baby. Like, and besides, even if somebody wanted to give you a deal, after you dissing the NBA, knowing half these shoe companies are all in cahoots with the NBA, ain't no way in the world you're going to be able to get any kind of shoe deal. I'm just saying. So, Noah Lyles actually addressed him dissing Anthony Edwards and refusing the invite to the Adidas sneaker event. You know what I'm saying? This video comes from Chick Smooth. Shout out to the homie Chick Smooth, man, on his YouTube channel. He talk about the whole Noah Lyles situation. I will leave the link down the bottom of the description below. We're going to go and check this video out. Let's get it.
The other American world champions. Time magazine recently released an article with is not very much
YouTube with it, man.
Noah Lyles, the 6-time American Olympic world champion, who also is not very much liked by the other American world champions. Time magazine recently released an article with some quotes from Noah Lyles that makes it seem like he's hating on Anthony Edwards. He would respond to that article. This your man Talkless World Report for the Chick Smooth channel. We got to talk about this. Noah Lyles has been very much so unliked by other professional athletes since he said NBA champions are not world champions of basketball because they don't play the world. There's a point there. You could agree or disagree, but that led to people just straight up not liking him. Even though he wins gold medals and silver medals and bronze medals, that's literally the top of that sport. So being at the top of your Olympic competitions and signed to Adidas, he thought if anybody were going to get a big deal or shoes or events in their name and honor, it should be someone like him, if not him specifically. And it definitely shouldn't be someone who hasn't made it to the NBA finals, to the finals of their own industry, right? Well, that's what Noah Lyles was saying. As we get into the article, this was around the time of last year when he was negotiating his deal with Adidas. So before the Olympics took place, while negotiating his new contract with Adidas, he was invited to an Adidas event for Anthony Edwards' new shoes, which wouldn't be a problem if he wasn't negotiating his contract at the same time. Right. And in response to that invite, he said, "You want to do what?" Quote, "You want to invite me to an event for a man who has not even been to an NBA finals in a sport that you don't even care about? And you're giving him a shoe? No disrespect, the man is an amazing athlete. He's having a heck of a year. I love that they saw the insight to give him a shoe because they saw that he was going to be big. All I'm asking is, how could you not see that for me?" Adidas declined to comment. And then in February, Lyles signed a new deal with the company, reportedly the most lucrative track and field contract in the post-Bolt era. So this comes back to a conversation we have a lot on this channel. Is critique personal disrespect? Do you see this as hating on Anthony Edwards? Or is this a 6-time Olympian saying during a contract negotiation?
In this particular case, he's hating on them. Why? Because, bruh, if you're a superstar in the NBA, 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you a motherfucking shoe deal. That's just what it is. Even if they never won a ring in a day in their career, if they was a superstar at one point in time in their career, they got a shoe deal. Before KD became a champion, he got a shoe deal because he was a superstar in the league. Before Braun either got a ring, he got a shoe deal because he became a superstar in the league. Steph Curry got a shoe deal. Even though he got his kind of differently, he didn't get with Nike nor Adidas. He got with Under Armour because he wanted to be different, but still, he got a shoe deal because he was a superstar coming in the league before he got the ring. That's how it goes in the NBA. In the NFL, most NFL players are not getting no shoe deal. They just ain't. That right there really be reserved for the NBA stars because sneakers are more sellable and you see the NBA players way more than you will see track and field stars or NFL players. So for Noah Lyles to say all that, he could have just kept them comments to himself. He really could. He really could have kept all them comments to himself. He really played himself, if you ask me. Because I don't know what he thought he was going to accomplish by trying to talk down on one of the most popular sports in America. I'm just saying.
Negotiation, don't invite me to no events for someone who has a better deal than me, who hasn't won anything compared to what I have won. Is that unreasonable? But that will lead to some public backlash, and he would respond to that criticism saying, there's a rumor going around that I did not go to Anthony Edwards' shoe release because he didn't deserve it. That is not the case. He definitely deserves the shoes. He is an amazing player. The problem was finding time based on my prior engagements. Congratulations on becoming an Olympic champion. If you just put your feelings towards what he said about NBA champions not being world champions aside, this is not a ridiculous thing to tell a corporation that you're currently negotiating with. If you're giving out shoes to people who haven't even won a championship yet or even got to the finals, don't try to lowball me. And then eventually he signed what is reported to be the biggest contract for track and field after Usain Bolt. Is he hating? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Peace.
Like I said, shout out to Chick Smooth for that video. Like I said before, in my thought process, in this particular case, I feel like bro was hating a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. You feel me? And I say that because, like I said, you could have said, I'm not able to attend the invite without saying all that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? You could have said that you didn't really want to go to the whole invite of Anthony Edwards without, saying all that extra shit. Now, I got one more video I'm going to play. Now, I probably would have never thought about playing this video because I'm not a fan of this dude. But Gilbert Arenas actually spoke about the whole Noah Lyles situation on his podcast, Gil's Arena. And he actually made some good points about it. Like, he actually made some solid points. You feel me? And like I said, I'm not a big fan of Gilbert Arenas. I ain't going to cap, I ain't going to lie. But he said some things in his video that made sense. That actually made some sense. And we finna get ready to check it out now, man. So shout out to Gil and Gil's Arena for this clip that I'm about to play, man. We finna go and get into it. And we'll go from here about it. You did what I'm saying? So let's go and get into it.
Lyles.
Oh, I mean, no, I mean that's his moment. Like that's it. Like, I mean,
Speaking of some for rebranding, your man's need rebranding.
Who?
Miles.
Noah Lyles.
oh, I mean, no, I mean that's his moment. Like that's his it. Like, I mean, this is it. We ain't gonna hear from him again in like 4 years. Like he done.
Yeah, that's see that there.
Like, I'm saying he got his moment off. This is what you wanted. All right, you done.
And people like they didn't understand like the fact that this is how it sounds. Like, yo, 4 years now, we won't hear about you again until 4 years from now.
Hopefully,
that lets you know your brand ain't where it's supposed to be for somebody who's decorated like that. Like
he knows
that's the problem. It's an internal thing on how you're projecting your brand.
It's entitlement.
Fact.
Right?
It's entitlement.
Fact.
Entitlement to something you are winning. Right? This is not like you think you deserve it. You are getting it. You are getting these awards. And the fact that the public don't like you individually, it's going to be hard to sell you. Right? Can anybody think about any USA history? Have we ever seen one individual on the US? We know the other country. There's no person in another country rooting against whoever's representing them, right?
Facts.
Everybody's rooting for whoever.
Facts.
If they never even heard of the person, all of France, if it was a French person in there, they're going crazy, right? USA, the only person we didn't like in the last 30-something years that was representing us was who? Like, man, I hope he lose so we can just rub it in his face. No, we've never ever heard nobody talk about any other athlete like that.
Oh, never.
Right?
No, never.
Like, I hope he lose so we can just like when he won Braun, everybody's like, hey, hell yeah, that's what you get. Like that's crazy to think.
No, it's just crazy to say that everybody's so sensitive to other people's fucking opinions and shit that they say. Like that nigga can say whatever the fuck he wants.
No, he can't. No, he can't.
For everybody else to be like praying on the downfall because of that, that's weak.
That's weak as fuck.
Even what he said was it was correct.
But what he said was weak though.
No, what he said is correct, but it's not a real thing. Right? It's not a real. What he said is when you think about what he's saying, they're not world champs. Okay, we get it. But who the fuck said they are world champs?
They said it on the
NBA teams refer to themselves as world
They
champs.
promote it as world champs.
They promote them as
That's
world
why
champs.
that's why Craig Popovich said it.
Who?
The NBA,
The
What
NBA.
NBA? Players, the player.
The marketing,
world
NBA marketing.
It says world champs on the thing when they win.
World player, what player? When we argue, I've never heard you refer to anybody. Kobe Bryant as a 4-time world champ, 5-time world champ. Nobody, no players ever.
Somebody with
It's understood.
Proper English. If you got proper English,
We gonna say NBA.
You'll say NBA world
NBA
champion.
Nobody's used. I've never.
Niggas are never gonna say that.
Yeah,
Niggas
not.
use full.
When he said
they don't even type in. They don't even type in full fucking. You know what I'm saying?
When he said world champs, it was the first time I've heard an NBA championship, an NBA champion be referred to as a world champ.
No,
I've never heard.
Popovich had that conversation prior though, years before.
I don't talk to media. They make up anything. Right, the mass media, they just create shit and then they run with it.
Yeah.
You know, world.
This is an NBA thing, but they stamp
this is a positionless NBA, right? You know, Steph Curry is a generational talent, right? Not realizing that's an amateur label, right? It's generational play.
Well, like I said before, I feel like Noah Lyles, I feel like he is entitled. I don't know what he's entitled to. Like, I mean, I don't really understand the entitlement to, like, you put yourself in this predicament and you looking for something that you really don't have. Like, that's just how I feel. Like I said before, he could have said I couldn't make the shoe invite because I had other obligations without trying to tear down Anthony Edwards. He could have said what he said without saying all that extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel.
Player, that's what he is now. He's not an amateur anymore. If you don't call your wife your girlfriend still, right? Fucking stop making up shit and thinking you're fucking smart, right? Making everybody else seem like we're stupid because we try to correct you, right? I've never just really heard. So he's right, but I don't think he should have been hated. I was cheering for the nigga. Like, I was like, oh, he's an American player. I want all Americans to win all the motherfucking medals, right? He won bronze. Oh, shit, that's too. We got bronze and silvers. Let's keep it moving. Collect them up. But to see someone hated, I'm like, man, dog, just the way people think about your name, you got to do a rebranding, man. Like, I started looking on the Instagram. I started looking at, this is when I knew, damn, he's not liked. I went to the photo of, LeBron and the whole, I went all the way back there to see where he was on the boat.
You wouldn't even buy him.
Where were you in the front? Nope. Right? I went to his Instagram to see where it positioned in the back. Like, how many pictures did you take with other athletes? Right? Did you go to any other American events to go watch these athletes? Because we seeing she's at, Richardson is at the NBA game. Yeah. She's at the swimming. Like, we're seeing other athletes go support each other. So I'm trying to figure out, did another player say, hey, man, another...
Stop this shit real quick. Let me make this big screen. Let me say this here. And you know what's funny about this? Sha'Carri Richardson. Y'all know Sha'Carri Richardson. Sha'Carri Richardson is way bigger than Noah Lyles. And they are in the same, field of athletic ability. They both track and field. Sha'Carri, she track and field. Noah Lyles track and field. But Sha'Carri is more known. Like, she gets more airplay. Like, people mention her way more than they'll mention Noah Lyles. Why? Because Sha'Carri Richardson is marketable. She is way more marketable. And I feel like when Noah Lyles made those comments, whatever marketability he did have, he kind of killed it. And he didn't make it no better by making them other comments he did. So he can't blame nobody but his damn self. You can't blame nobody. You can't blame nobody but yourself. You did that to yourself.
Have to say, oh, let me take a picture with you, champ. Like, so the fact that you are not relatable, you have to get back and sit back and say, damn, dog, I'm too great to not be recognized by other athletes. Because of just the words I say.
Fuck them, man.
You can't have that.
You can't have another athlete hating on something that another nigga's saying. You sensitive and you a punk.
That's you, though.
That should be every athlete.
But I'm saying not you personally.
And I feel something about something you said. And I went and told a bunch of niggas I hang with not to fuck with you because of what you said. But not you should feel some type of way.
Not you personally. I'm saying his attitude. He is the hateful one.
He's not. He has an opinion.
No, I'm talking about just period. Like, not about basketball itself, just by everything. You're the only athlete damn near.
Well, I'm like this here. Noah Lyles is entitled to his opinion. But also, if a person feels some type of way about their opinion, they have the right not to fuck with you after you said what you said with your opinion. So it all goes back to keep the same energy. If you say F me, best believe it's F you too. I'm not going to rock with you. I'm not going to mess with you. I'm keeping the same energy. I'm not going to switch up. I'm not going to act fake. I'm not going to act like I fuck with you. No, nigga, if I say F you, it's F you. That's what it is. And that's what Noah Lyles going to have to stand on. Because like I said, he played himself by making those comments. Did nobody make him say that shit? Did nobody tell him to do that? He did it on his own merit as a man. He going to have to deal with it as a man. And that's what it is.
That didn't support nobody.
What you mean didn't support? He's out there.
And
being there support.
And he had COVID, guess he had to lay low for a little bit too. I'm just telling you what.
Stop.
What was reported.
No, I know what was reported. I watched the race. I watched the 200 race. I watched him come out. I watched him If this is COVID, I've never seen the most energized COVID strand ever. He came out, he did a whole presentation in the 200.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, God damn, can we race? This motherfucker out here doing all this shit that was anti-COVID.
That everybody does when they get.
No,
He was doing all the shit.
He was getting
everyone else does.
His 200?
He was getting
his
shit off.
200.
You get the flu. You get the flu, my nigga. You get the flu. You go to the club.
His two.
What's up, my nigga?
He was getting his shit off.
His 200 presentation, dog, was something for,
out,
right? It was something for it was a presentation, it was a ceremony. As soon as he lost it, he came.
They kind of just bragging on from there, but before I get up off this live tonight, man, we've been live for about 45 minutes, man. Make sure y'all run the lights up on the live, man. Make sure y'all run them lights up, man, so this channel can grow. But yeah, man, I just want to say this here about the whole situation, man. I feel like I said, Noah Lyles, he's a hell of an athlete. You know, he's respected in the track and field space. But in the same time, he kind of made himself be the villain by the things he said. And I feel like all this could have been avoided if he would have just stayed in his lane. Like, you could have said I wouldn't be able to make the shoe invite of Anthony Edwards without saying that extra stuff. Like you could have played it off without sounding like an asshole. Like, if we can be honest, like you could have just said, look here, I ain't gonna be able to do this and do that, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And he could have just kept it right there. He didn't have to say no other words. He didn't have to say nothing else. Because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, no matter what's going on, people going to remember Noah Lyles for the comments he made about the NBA. That's very unfortunate, but that's what it is. People are only going to remember him for the comments he made about the NBA. They're not going to remember him for his track work or none of that other stuff. Like, that ain't gonna remember him from that. They're gonna remember him from the comments he made about the Olympics and what he said about the NBA players. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what I'm talking about. That happened a little over a year ago.
The thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
See what I'm saying? You make those kind of comments, and then you get upset about how people feel about you. No, my brother. You're going to have to deal with it. And before I go, Usain Bolt actually made some comments about Noah Lyles. I don't know how long this was, but Usain actually said some things about Noah Lyles. So we're going to check this out real quick, and we're going to probably get up out of this live, man. Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to the sports lineup. I have a really good clip of Usain Bolt in a recent interview that I want to share with you guys. And I'm going to get right to it. I'm not going to waste your time or anything. I'm going to jump right into this thing. But let me say this first. Look, I'm growing my channel. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of this community, right? The sports lineup. This is where we're talking about track and field. And you know, it's
and shout out to the sports lineup, man. Shout out to him. Make sure y'all support his channel as well, man. Y'all support his page and whatnot. Shout out to the sports lineup for this video. I will leave the links down to all the videos that I use on this live down in the bottom of the description. So let's get back into it.
Olympic season. So I want you to subscribe, and I'm gonna be on top of the Olympics, whether it's races, interviews, everything backstage. you know, I'm gonna be pretty much keeping you guys updated with everything that's going on going into the Olympics. You know, I've been posting with my 4 recent videos. I think it's 4 or 5 videos I've already posted, probably about 4. And within no time, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you. Thank you for believing
this.
So go over and subscribe to their channel. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have this clip. So I want to give them the credit. All right. All right. Shout out to Talk Sports. Hey, let's watch this clip really quick. And I'm going to break down some of the things that Usain Bolt said. Let's watch this.
You know, especially when you look at some of the times as you talk about, I think the last Olympics was Marcel Jacobs, wasn't it? I think he ran 9.8 something.
Yeah.
Is that not frustrate you? But you look at the times and think, if I was still running now, you're probably running that easily.
That's what we talked about. That's what we talked about.
And it sounds 9.8.
Yeah, it's fast, but as you said, it's true. You watch and no one. I think Fred ran like 9.7 once to win, but it's mainly like 9.8, 9.8. It's always 9.8, and I'm like, yo, 9.8 is like, for me, it's like regular. You know what I mean? If I'm not in best of shape, my coach said something to me one time, and he said before I retired, he's like, you know, you could go on and on and on if you want. And I was like, why? He says, no one is getting faster. You're the one getting slower. And I sat down. I was like,
it's true.
He's not lying. You know what I mean? Because my times start going backwards. You know what I mean? Because I get injured or it took me a while to get fit and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? It's true. He made a valid point.
The man said 9.8 is a regular thing right now. He could do that in his sleep. This is Usain Bolt, you know. Usain Bolt says 9.8 is a regular thing right now. Everybody running regular. You got to understand that this man right now, you know, he's just relaxing and watching everybody just running because he had the time to really do that, sit back on his couch, enjoy retirement, right, and make money at the same time. And he's saying this thing is so regular right now, he can do that in his sleep, pretty much. So let's watch more of this thing right now.
Do you think anyone will ever beat your world record for 100 meters?
Not now. I haven't seen the talent yet to get there.
Wow. Rotted. The man said, I haven't seen the talent. The talent. I don't see anybody that's going to beat my record right now.
Like Usain Bolt, a man who has been retired for about what, 5, 6, 7, 8 years now. He feel like there's still no competition. He ain't even racing no more. He's still talking like he can outrace anybody that's racing now. You know what I'm saying? And for Usain Bolt to say that, like, motherfucker running 9.8 is regular time. That's regular form. That goes to show you that, you know, Usain can still do it if he want to do it. But you might be like, what does that got to do with Norman Lyles? Well, I'm finna explain. That got something to do with him because Noah Lyles talking like he Usain Bolt, but he don't even have the accolades of Usain Bolt. Like, we talking about a dude that got records in the Olympics that have not been broken yet. They have not been touched. They have not been broken or smashed. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you got women in the track and field space talking junk and they still catching FloJo's ghosts, if you know what I mean. They still trying to break FloJo's records that she put back in 88. And the late great FloJo has been gone since 98. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Noah Lyles speaking like he done broke all the records in the world. And you ain't even done not even half of what Usain did in his prime. So I just feel like he just need to just stay in his lane, keep doing this thing, and just, you know, be quiet. Like, and it ain't no disrespectful thing. It's just, you know, do your thing, stay in your lane. You ain't got to try to bash or talk down on nobody, man. That's why he getting all the hate, because he trying to bash and talk down. That ain't how this shit work, man. That ain't how this shit work. But yeah, man, I've been on live too long. I've been on this shit long enough. We about to crack 55 minutes on her. So I'm finna get up out of here, man, for the night. I will see y'all for the next live. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get up out of here. for the night, for the time. Y'all know what's going on. This is your boy AJ, Other Deep Thought. Back at it again, once again. I'm finna get up out of here. I will see y'all in the next live. How soon? Don't know. But I am coming back for a new live very, very soon. So we finna get up out of here for the time, man. I will see y'all in the next live. Y'all know what's going on. You already know I gotta play my theme music before I get up out of here for the night. I ain't finna waste no time with you.
96 big body sitting
Get up
on
out of this
chrome.
motherfucker, y'all.
96 big body sitting on chrome.
Y'all have a good night, man. We finna get up out of here.
96 big body sitting on chrome. 96 big body sitting on chrome. 96 big body sitting on chrome. 96 big body sitting on chrome.
Somebody wake me, I'm dreaming. I started as a seed, the semen, swimming upstream, planted in the womb, I streaming. On the top was my pops, my mama screaming stop from a single drop. This is what they got, not to disrespect my peoples, but my papa was a loser. Only plan he had for mama was the fucker and abuser. Even as a little seed, I can see his plan for me. Stranded on welfare, another broken family, the fuck beside of me. The product of the seed and passion, mama got pregnant, and papa got a piece of ass. Look how it began. Nobody gave a fuck about me. Pistol in my hand. This cruel world could do without me. How can I survive? Got me asking white Jesus, will a nigga live or die? Cause the Lord can't see us in the deep dark clouds of the project. Ain't no sunshine, no sunny days, and we only play sometimes. When everybody's sleeping, I open my window, jump to the streets and get to creeping. I can live or die, hope I get some money, phone gone. I'm only 19, I'm trying to hustle on my own. On this block where everybody and they pops trying to slang rocks. Rather go to college, but this is where the game stops. Don't get it wrong, cause it's all its own. From dust to dawn, you can buy rocks, blocks, over herringbone. You can ask my man, he's a mom. Keep my 9 heater all the time, this is how we grind. Meet up at the cemetery, then get smoked out. Pass the weed, nigga, now Hennessy will keep showing up. Everywhere I go, niggas holler at me. Keep it real, G. And my reply till they kill me, act up if you feel me. I was born not to make it, but I did. The tribulations of a ghetto kid, still I rise.
96 big body sitting on chrome.
Still I rise.
96 big body sitting on chrome.
I stay sharp as always, running your bricks with blicks. Do your project always, dumping crews like twos. Nigga, all day secrets of war, prepare me for the worst. A life that's lavish, full of cabbage, or a life that's in the hurts. But now my dreams, it seems though, be placing triple beams and things, bro. Diamond pinky ring got the loop popping out my jeans. Dynamically, this dude will twist your shit ceramically. Able to write a fatal verse with no profanity. It's on for algae, Nico Storm and nasty. Milk, I put a hole in your crew trying to pass me with no remorse. You get blasted full force. A Nike endorsement doing shootings on the horse. Worldwide supremacy, y'all remember me. Hung over from Hennessy with a menacing tendency. Police be clocking me, so I be dipping, slipping sloppily. Sipping vodka, be and ditching clips on private property. When 5-0 be coming, niggas be running for their life and freedom. The type to beat them, hitting gates and breaking, trying to lead them to pit terriers. Montclair getting scarier. They they shoot them in secluded areas to bury and not me. I burn them off the dick, staying scot-free. Till Taz harass my ass and try to have the ad blocked. My nigga fell, giving the whole Essex County trigger hell. Running the fucking block and ducking cops trying to get up in 96, my glocks, my plastic passion for blasting bastards. No faces for open caskets, peeling your cat backwards. Your cowards ain't prepared for pistol practice. I send my missiles through your mattress, leaving holes in your body like a cactus. While me and my crew be bopping, more greens the topic, and loot to keep the scenes in my motherfucking jeans popping, leaving your spleen to pick up. Half of you niggas is softer than a snicker. Let's go to war and see who grow quicker. And still I rise, and still I rise.
Big body sitting on chrome.
And still I rise.
What you
96 big body sitting on chrome.
I'ma still come up.
96 big body sitting on chrome.
So fuck all y'all.
96 big
Y'all
body
can't
sitting on
stop the
chrome.
real shit.
96 big body sitting on chrome.
Y'all niggas
96
fake
big body sitting on chrome.
all day, every day.
96 big big body sitting on
Now I
chrome.
got relevant. Big,
96 big body sitting on chrome.
thought you knew.
96 big body sitting on chrome.
Mouth
96 big body sitting on chrome.
Come on, Pop.
I see y'all the next live, man.
Guys, fuck out here.
One love, man. Y'all have a good night.
Got the whole way outside.
What you said?